Let's start, as we always do, with the one and only Greg Turner. We love you, Greg.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'd throw my panties, but there's all kinds of things wrong with that.
Not wearing any.
One, two. Just the hits tonight. Well, he's the pharmacist from Walgreens, and he takes care of me. And when he fills my prescription, I feel peace and harmony. He asks, how is Dr. Hoffman? Well, she's just doing fine, sir. Tell her there's a new generic. Okay, I'll be sure to remind her. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens, and he knows what I be. 'Cause when he turns on that computer screen, sees what he needs to see. Well, he's the pharmacist from Walgreens. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens, oh yeah, that's all you need to know. Clonopin and Prozac, he knows all about that. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens. Benadryl, etc., diuretics, enemas, the pharmacist from Walgreens. And in his little white coat, he looks so sad and bored. Guess that's 'cause he's the pharmacist from the Walgreens discount store. Oh, oh, oh. Well, he's the pharmacist from Walgreens. I think I'll see him today. You know, and he'll fill my prescription for a $10 copay. The medicine with the warning on it, don't take it on an empty stomach. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens, and he's our friend today. Well, Lexapro tonight, man, he knows that's the right plan. The pharmacist from Walgreens. Celebrex and Sudafed, Ambien to go to bed. The pharmacist from Walgreens. And in his little white coat, he looks so sad and bored. Imagine it's 2 in the morning and a fog's creeping up in Santa Fe, even though there's no fog here. And you're standing up at the top of Canyon Road, right in front of El Farol, which is totally overrated. In his little white coat, he looks so sad and bored. You look down Richards Avenue, there's one person that can understand what you're going through, because he's the pharmacist from the Walgreens discount store. Whoa, whoa. Key change up to D. Woo! Thank you. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens, you know, and he's a funny guy. His jokes about his wife's arthritis makes you want to slap your thigh. Cortisone for Mrs. Larrup's hemorrhoids, where they've begun to flare up. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens, and he's our friend today. Well, he cares about your constipation, stomach gas, and regulation. He's the pharmacist from Walgreens. He takes care of you and me. Thank you very much.
Greg Turner, our resident musician. Does that mean he lives here? Does he sleep on that cot in the back? We have an improv up next. Are you ready? This is going to be improv commercial. It's an exercise that we do. Daniel, you're going to be doing the announcing, and we're going to have Sonnenfeld and Sibley up on stage.
Switch it around.
You can stand. I'm just reading what it says here, man.
Reading is overrated. Readings from
You don't need to be
losers.
on stage. They're on stage. Oh, you're switching. Oh, is that how it's going to be? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, we need a topic from the audience.
We need a product that these people are going to try and sell.
Uh-huh.
Taco sandwiches.
Taco stand what?
Sandwiches.
Give me a little more.
Taco sandwiches.
Give me a little more. Add an
An
adjective.
adjective.
What?
Anyone have a little bit more to add to that?
Spicy.
Spicy. Okay.
Gooey.
Something weird.
Something like, you know,
No.
spicy taco
Explosive.
sandwiches that double as
Explosive taco sandwich.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Are you a terrorist? And you need explosive taco sandwiches.
Hello, Jeff.
Yes.
Mohammed.
Yes.
I brought food for the plane. On this.
Food for the plane. Tell me
Yes.
about this food.
Well, this is a taco, and it doubles as a sandwich when you turn it this way.
Okay, does it explode?
Yes, it explodes.
Yes, you can do it then.
All right, but I'm so hungry. I would like to eat one, but I do not know if they are. Will we
I
explode?
don't know. Let's try this.
It does not explode. This is excellent.
Exploding taco sandwiches brought to you by Halliburton and Raytheon.
Now, I believe this is the one of the longest standing performers for the Julesworks Follies. Longer than me. He's not here? Are you serious? Are we going to put him in later?
I don't think he made it, but he has back problems, so he probably.
Really? Patrick Chavez missed Julesworks? No Zoe stories.
27 months.
Well then, guess who's next, Jules? Sorry, we weren't planning for this. Give us one moment.
We thought we'd have all of Zoe's stories to get ready. Now would be a great time to patronize the concession stand or possibly the bar. Ah! Hey! What's up, Mike? See ya.
You ready for a beer?
Sure, I will be.
It's just been since January.
Really? Time does fly. Oh my. Didn't realize this was a fancy dinner party. La-dee-dee-dee. La-da-da-da. So just imagine Patrick Chavez and Zoe stories going on right now. I gotta ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sleeping with my wife?
What?
I said, are you sleeping with my wife?
I heard what you said.
So you gonna
What the hell kind of question is that?
you gonna answer?
Hell no.
Hell no!
Hell no, it's a dumb question.
Are you sleeping with my wife? Is a dumb question.
You're damn right.
So
So what?
are you sleeping?
Don't ask me that. Stop asking me that dumb question.
That means yes.
What the hell means yes? Stop asking me that question means yes? What the hell is the matter with you?
You haven't answered the question. I asked you a question, you haven't answered it.
For Christ's sake, I'm eating dinner. I'm sitting there eating dinner and you start with these dumb questions.
If you're sleeping with my wife,
What? What the hell you gonna do?
I'll kill you.
Kill me?
Yeah.
You're gonna kill your own brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, well relax. I'm not sleeping with your wife.
Can you prove that?
Can I prove what?
You prove you ain't sleeping with my wife.
How the hell am I gonna prove that? Eh? What would be nice maybe is if you believe me, you know? You trust me when I tell you something instead of asking me a lot of dumb questions.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I believe you.
You believe me?
I believe.
Well, thank you. Can I eat my dinner now?
Sure.
Okay.
You sleeping with my sister?
What?
Are you sleeping with?
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
You're my brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that means your sister is my sister.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do you mean? You're my brother, and your sister is also my sister. We got the same sister, you and me.
So?
So, Jesus, you asking me if I'm sleeping with my own sister?
Are you?
What the hell is the matter with you?
Are you sleeping with your sister?
What the hell am I doing? You're here busting my balls. I'm sitting here listening to this.
You're eating spaghetti.
Spaghetti bullshit.
Bolognese.
I come here to eat my dinner and I'm getting all this bullshit in for what?
But
You shut your mouth, all right? You just shut your mouth. Sleeping with my own sister. Jesus.
you sleeping with my mother?
That's it! One more word out of you.
And what?
You know what? You and your dumb bullshit question.
Who's dumb bullshit question?
Hey, Mama, you hear him? You hear all this bullshit he's giving me?
What bullshit? I asked you a question is all.
Oh, both of my boys just adore this new ragazzo. Mwah.
Are you sleeping with my brother? Oh dear.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
Is the dancer here?
She got a flat. She'll be here later. Move your way.
You're killing me over here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, Noah. We're on. Now would also be a good time to patronize the concession stand at the bar. And thank you, Harmonica Mike,
You're welcome, sir.
for the liquid refreshment. Okay.
Thanks for being here, man. You know, Kim, man, she cheated on me again, man. For the 6th time, man. I can understand 5, man, but 6? Who the hell cheats on somebody 6 times? Shit. I mean, 5's a good odd number, man. I could work with that. But the worst of it is, man, is that none of my kids look like me. Look like a whole bunch of just mismatched, ugly motherfuckers just running around my house, man. You know, Tina Marie, and she look Asian, man. You know the twins, Man, and Mabel? I swear to God, they smell like Canadians, man. Canadians, man? Who the fuck's Canadians? They dirty, man. And you know my pride and joy, you know my little one, my 2-year-old, Gus. You know, baby girl, you know the 6'7" one with the goatee? How the fuck a 2-year-old get a goatee, man? Seriously, man. And then she gonna tell me that she found somebody in her life, you know, that laughs at her jokes, you know. Makes her feel good, you know. Laughs at stuff she laughs at, like I can't enjoy that. And then she gonna try to say we can work out an arrangement where I keep the kids. Like I want some goddamn Canadians in my house now, I know. Man, but check this out though. I got this number. I'm gonna call up this number. You gonna roll with me, right? We gonna whoop his ass, right? All right, hold on a second.
Call from Cleopas.
Hey, quit calling my
Call from.
Oh yeah. Yo, we got him, man. He's laughing at a motherfucker. We got you now, man. We smell all of you, man. We smell your bacon, your syrups. But we gonna get your ass now. Come on, baby. Let's go. Ho!
We have to plug this in.
Uh-oh, which sound?
On. Thank you.
Sorry. All right, thank you for your applause. We'll be revisiting the man who couldn't stop laughing during the show tonight. I don't know why. Our dancer is finally here. Woo! Flat tire and everything. Now, as soon as Jules
I'm ready.
can...
Waiting for you.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, here she comes. Nama hurrah. Give her a big hand. Ah, very nice.
The dancing has returned to the Julesworks Follies. All right, I think things are a little bit out of order now, but if I'm not mistaken, up next is author Christine McKenzie. She started her Julesworks run last month. We do this every month, by the way, towards the end of the month, so come back. There'll be more. Christine McKenzie has a 5-minute monologue original. The theme, Daenerys Targaryen's crazy mother, has resurfaced. And for those who don't know, that's a character on Game of Thrones.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I think.
Do you want to understand?
Yeah, just a little lower. That's good. Thank you. Well, with all the movies out about how to train your dragon, I thought I'd entertain you with a little tale from my life as a Targaryen, and tell you how difficult it was to train the red three-headed dragon. Okay, my name is Raella, and I'm the mother of Daenerys, and I'm the mistress of dragons, and the queen of Valeria. Wendy asked me to train the three-headed dragon. I wasn't sure whether I would take it on because it was already fully developed and had 3 different mindsets, and everybody said, no, we don't want to touch him, he's very difficult. But I thought I'd have a go at it, and to let you know that the 2 outer heads, the one on the left was extremely aggressive, and the one on the right was a big chicken. He never wanted to fly into war or anything like that. And the one in the middle was a female head, and he could swallow horses, including riders whole. His mouth was that big. So the one on the left liked to eat barbecue chicken, so all he had to do is breathe on a hen house, set it on fire, and bingo, he had barbecue chicken. The one in the middle, when we flew into war, he always wanted to go and eat the first part of the regiment with all the cavalry and the horses. And I just had to tell him, open your mouth really big and just swallow a bunch of those guys, and he did. But the one on the right kept saying, Mommy, I'm scared, I want to go home. And he was hiding behind the other 2. So that was really, really tricky. And yeah, that's my story about training a 3-headed dragon. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. You kind of look like you could be Daenerys Targaryen's mom.
Oh, it's all for time. So much stalling. Heavens to Betsy. All right, I'm going to start telling 2nd grade jokes.
Okay.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Wow.
Because 7, 8, 9.
Hello there. So your results are in. Well, would you like to have a seat? We have some bad news for you. Are you sure it's? No, all right. So the test results are in, and it turns out you have malignant testicular cancer. It's hard thing to hear. I understand that. If you'd like to sit down, you'd like me to stop and explain, I can. Yes. So.
What stage is it?
Oh, it says here it's in stage 12. I haven't seen that before. That's very unusual, but you could say it's very advanced. So we were going to have to operate immediately, but we've the tests show there is a another complication here. It says it says here you have herpetogonosyphilitis. I haven't heard of that before, but it could cause infections if we operate. So that's so we're afraid you're going to have to lose the right half of your main appendage as well. Are you all right? Are you sure you wouldn't like to sit down? I understand it's a hard time, which makes it even harder to say. Is it actually unrelated? We just found this out. You have been sterile since birth. So your kids actually aren't yours. We offer legal services as well. So that's something we can help you with. We understand it's a hard time. So we're going to recommend you go and maybe spend some time with your family. You might not have long to live. Take care.
Next up, an incredibly talented and very fabulously dressed musician who happens to also work at the Jean Cocteau, Joie Flair.
Okay.
Mike?
Maybe? I'll just be Mike was tonight, I guess. I was like up late last night at a gig, so my voice is all like, let's not hear all the crazies. Running around in my head. No, I'm kidding. That's not. This is turning into something else. Okay. Maybe I will. I don't know.
You'll have to turn it on.
You can hear all the crazies. It's gonna be exciting. I forgot my bass again. Actually, I didn't actually know I was singing, so here we go.
Do you need a topic?
No. I'm just gonna like free float. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll turn into a real song.
I know what happiness is. It's not a treat, it's not free, it's just me. I know what love is. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. I want to be. I am me, I am free, I am you, I am we. We're all here, but we're not all here. I feel something deeper and deeper within me. My soul is deep.
Give her a really big hand because she's also running the sound booth. Joey Flair.
Woo!
All right. Rommel, you ready to run sound?
Yeah.
You'll need this. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I need my I need some props. Okay.
Oh, I never wrote the introduction.
You'll have to wing it.
Oh, I need the mic?
What, this mic here? All right, I'll warn you ahead of time. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a radio play for the BBC before it was ever a BBC show with a budget of about $5 and a multi-million-dollar movie with Sam Rockwell.
Mark Freeman.
We don't have multi-million dollars, so use your imaginations.
We were just in deep space.
Ah.
Now you know.
Infinity minus 2 seconds. Infinity minus for everybody. Improbability factor high.
Ha! There, I told you I'd think of something.
Oh, sure.
Bright idea of mine to find a passing spaceship and get rescued by it.
Oh, come on. The chances against it were astronomical.
Don't knock it, it worked. Now where are we?
Well, I should hardly like to say this, but it looks like we're at the seafront at South End.
Oh God, I'm relieved to hear you say that.
Why?
Because I thought I must be going mad.
Well, perhaps we weren't rescued at all, and maybe perhaps we died.
What's that meant to me?
Well, when I was young, I used to have this nightmare about dying. I used to lie awake at night screaming, and all my school friends went to heaven or hell, and I was sent to South End.
Perhaps we better ask somebody what's going on. How about that man over there?
What, the one with the 5 heads crawling up the wall?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sir, excuse me. Do you know if this is South End? There's something very odd about it.
You mean the way the sea stays steady as a rock and the buildings keep washing up and down? Yes, I thought that was odd.
2 to the power of 100,000 to 1 against and falling.
What was that?
Sounds like a measurement of probability. Hey, that could mean... Oh, no.
What?
Well, I'm not sure, but it definitely means we are on some kind of spaceship.
South End seems to be melting away. Stars are swirling. A dust bowl. Snow. My waves are drifting off into the sunset. Help! My left arm will come off too. How am I going to operate my smartphone? Ford! You're turning into a penguin! Stop it!
2 to the power of 75,000 to 1 against and falling.
Hey! Who are you? Where are you? What's going on? And is there any way of stopping it?
Please relax. You are perfectly safe.
That's not the point. The point is now I'm a perfectly safe angry bird, and my colleague is rapidly running out of limbs.
No, it's all right. I've got them back now.
2 to the power of 50,000 to 1 against and falling.
Admittedly, they're a bit longer than I usually like them, but
Isn't there anything you feel you want to be telling us?
Welcome to the starship Heart of Gold. Please do not be alarmed by anything you see or hear around you. You are bound to feel some initial ill effects as you've been rescued from certain death at an improbability level of 2 to the power of 276,709 to 1 against, probably much higher. We are now cruising at a level of 2 to the power of 25,000 to 1 against and falling, and we will be restoring normality as soon as we are sure what is normal anyway. Thank you. 2 to the power of 20,000 to 1 against and falling.
Arthur, this is fantastic. We've been picked up by a ship with the new infinite improbability drive. This is really incredible, Arthur. What's happening?
Ford, there's an infinite number of monkeys outside who want to talk to us about this script for Hamlet they've worked out.
The infinite improbability drive is a wonderful new method of crossing interstellar distances in a few seconds without all that tedious mucking about in hyperspace. The principle of generating small amounts of finite probability by simply hooking up the logic circuits of a Bamble-Weenie 57 sub-Meson brain to an atomic vector plotter, suspended in a strong Brownian motion producer, say a nice hot cup of tea, were of course well understood, and such generators were often used to break the ice at parties by making all the molecules in the hostess's undergarments simultaneously leap 1 foot to the left, in accordance with the theory of indeterminacy. Many respectable physicists said they weren't going to stand for that sort of thing, partly because it was a debasement of science, but mostly because they didn't get invited to those sort of parties. Another thing
they couldn't stand was the perpetual failure they encountered in trying to construct a machine that could generate the infinite improbability field needed to flip a spaceship between the furthest stars. And in the end, they grumpily announced that such a machine was virtually impossible. Then one day, a student who had been left to sweep up the lab after a particularly unsuccessful party found himself reasoning this way.
If such a machine is a virtual impossibility, then it must logically be a finite improbability. So, all I have to do in order to make one is to work out exactly how improbable it is, then feed that figure into the infinite, finite improbability generator, give it a fresh cup of really hot tea, and then turn it off.
He sounds very effeminate. He did this, and was rather startled to discover that he managed to create the long-sought-after infinite improbability generator out of thin air. It startled him even more when, just after he was awarded the Galactic Institute's Prize for Extreme Cleverness, he got lynched by a rampaging mob of respectable physicists who finally realized the one thing they really couldn't stand was a smartass.
5 to 1 against and falling. 4 to 1 against and falling. 3 to 1, 2, 1. Probability factor 1 to 1. We have normality. I repeat, we have normality. Anything you still can't cope with is therefore your own problem. Please relax. You will be sent for a swim.
Who are they, Trillian?
Well, just a couple of guys we picked up in open space. Sector Z, Z9, Portal Z Alpha.
Yeah, well that's a very sweet thought, Trillian. But do you really think it's a wise idea? I mean, we are on the run, remember? You know, we've got the police of half the galaxy after us, and we pick up a couple of hitchhikers. Okay, so 10 out of 10 for style, but, you know, minus several million for good thinking, okay?
So they were floating in open space. You didn't want them to die, did you?
No, not as such, but...
Anyway, I didn't pick them up. The ship did it.
What?
Whilst we were in improbability drive.
Huh. That's incredible.
No, just incredibly improbable. Look, don't worry about the aliens. They're just a couple of guys, I expect. I'll send the robot down to check them out. Hey, Marvin?
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Jesus Christ. Keep your minds open.
It won't work. I have an exceptionally large mind.
Marvin.
All right, what do you want me to do?
Go down to number 2 entry ring. There are the 2 aliens up there under surveillance.
Just that.
Yes.
I won't enjoy it.
Jesus, she's not asking you to enjoy it. Just do it, will you?
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
I'm not getting you down at all, am I?
No, Marvin, that's it.
I'd hate to think I was getting you down.
No, don't worry about that. You just act as come naturally and everything will be fine.
You're sure you don't mind?
No. It's all just a part of life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
The Encyclopedia Galactica defines a robot as being a mechanical apparatus designed to do the work of a man. The marketing division of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation defines a robot as your plastic pal who's fun to be with. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy defines the marketing division of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation as a bunch of mindless jerks who will be the first against the wall when the revolution comes, with a footnote to the effect that the editors would welcome applications from anyone interested in taking over the post of robotics correspondent. Curiously enough, an edition of the Encyclopedia Galactica that fell through a time warp from 1,000 years in the future defined the marketing division of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation as a bunch of mindless jerks who were the first against the wall when the revolution came.
Stay tuned next month for the Julesworks Follies for more of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Will Marvin ever stop feeling badly? Will Arthur Dent ever stop whining? Will anything good ever happen? Find out next month.
Next up, it's our very own Leticia Cortez with a snippet of original poetry.
Well, that's really going to be hard to follow, especially when sometimes feeling sad today. What?
There you go.
All right, my first poem. Can I? Okay. It's called An Imaginary Melody. I don't want to belong to my time or any other. This is a quote from my Brenda Magritte. Being is similar to a massive image of a well-rounded sphere, whose force is constantly pulling from the center in every direction, and its circumference is nowhere. This sounds like a cosmic gravitational mess, I agree. But what lies between the world of appearances, that medium in which we live, perceive, think, and the words we use to communicate? Well, what lies between these, it's a labyrinth of new technologies, the internet being one of them. A virtual space that generates unimaginable distances. Language is an abyss and needs to be translated into tones, melodies, tempos, echoes, vibrations, notes, rhapsodies, so all our senses can open up head-on into this cerebral symphony. The next one is called Shaping the Landscape of Words. Okay, let's begin with the word cadence. Cadence is full of verses, sound waves, notes, basically a musical cacophony of bouncing echoes, a melodic concert to the senses, to all our senses. And go into a word like decadence, which implies degeneracy and a debauchery of insidious intent, perhaps to an ongoing depravity, a vice so immoral and corrupt that leaves one trapped in self-indulgence, which a mere 2 letters, D and E, added to another word, were able to change cadence to decadence. Thank you.
Leticia Cortez. And up next, it's another of the improv exercises that we do to keep ourselves entertained, and hopefully you as well. This will be an improv that we call musical. So I need a title for a musical which does not exist, because we don't want any lawsuits.
Right, so we're gonna create a musical here on the fly.
Anyone have any ideas for us?
Food truck wars.
Say again?
I said food truck war.
Food truck whores? Wars!
Food truck whores.
Food truck whore wars is the musical.
Alright.
I believe so, yes.
Well, which one are you gonna go first?
Food truck.
Okay.
Couldn't eat today.
Wait, let's start over.
The lowercase.
E, damn it.
Well, now it's not improv. He knows what he's gonna say.
You forgot what I was saying. But I'm going war. Don't know what for. But I'm a whore. So I'll make it happen. I'll do my thing. I'll blow some guys. Yeah, I'm on my knees. I don't care. I need to eat. And I'll kill you if you don't feed me.
You don't gotta do that to yourself. Just work at a food truck. You don't have to fuck every guy that comes by. No, no. You just gotta get a regular job, like working at a food truck. Oh yeah, just work at a food truck.
So I got a job at a food truck. It was the best job I'd ever seen. Encouraged me, and made me a better person. Then you took advantage of me.
No, I never meant to do that. I've just been on too much crack. After all, I own a food truck. Just gotta fuck every single guy that is in my employ. It's sort of bad that I do so much drugs and fuck all these thugs. Oh, oh no.
I got raped again. Yes, I thought he was my friend. Fed me food that he fed me his meat. Why didn't I see it? He was on crack. So he laid down the smack. It was worth it, 'cause I love you.
No, I didn't realize it at the time, but I love you too. I was just on so much crack, I didn't know it could be true. I didn't know you were the one with which I could have fun all night long, but without all that rape and coke and crack. Sort of the same thing, but not really. It's like rape and love. That's not true at all. Just wanted to say, you don't know how sorry I am. I just didn't know how to express all of this latent homosexual feeling that I have.
Express it!
But now I know.
Yeah, you do!
You're the one for me. Yeah.
You married?
Yeah.
Let's get married!
Yeah, let's get married today.
Do it today!
Let's get married tonight.
Yeah, let's do it!
Under the moonlight.
dedicate the improv musical to the dearly departed Laura Engstrom, who is now
She's still alive.
having fun in Seattle. Well, she's departed, though. Nice job, you guys. Especially for Pride Weekend. Nice call. Up next, the one, the only, Tom Sibley presents his original comedy.
So yes, it is Pride Weekend, so I wore these socks. Jurassic Park just recently asked creationists not to ride the dinosaurs. Creationists have trouble thinking outside the book. Creationists are notoriously cheap with their dates. Oklahoma will be replacing lethal injections with electric smallpox blankets. These aren't really funny. Inmates often have knee-jerk reactions to botched executions. The police and local news have sex in a fast food dumpster nightly. Getting shot by police is a cop-out. Embalming fluid is the last call for alcoholics. That blue cheesecake was terrible. Dick Cheney was recently quoted as saying, "Trying to end the perpetual war I started would be a mistake and a tragic loss of personal revenue." Organized sports are recreational brain injuries. Stupid people have spirit vegetables. Deep sea creatures are the lowest form of life on Earth.
And the deepest.
The deepest.
Deep sea bacteria is total scum.
The Tea Party should rebrand itself the God Nazis. Liberals should call themselves pro-abortion gaytheists. Liberal communists done raped my gun collection. They did. It was disgusting. Why shouldn't men be able to breastfeed their guns in public? Too bad JFK didn't have his ducks in a row. JFK was known for his brains.
Too soon.
Too soon indeed. Too soon. This one's too soon too. Joan of Arc invented French toast. Helen Keller wasn't known as a looker. Natalie Wood was cast out of her depth for the last time. When Henry VIII wanted something, he knew how to axe. Holy wars have populated the next world with idiots. Older narcissists date themselves. Tragedy is comedy plus mimes.
Oh no.
It is Jules. Jules writes all of these. You should know. That's why they're pretty goddamn awful. All right. God is sick of listening to people when they eat. God isn't dead, he's just good at sleeping through screams. Think gallows humor is bad? Try gallows tragedy. The cannibal left his elbows on the table. All right, I'm gonna jump ahead a little because I don't like any of this, Jules. Next time, let's work on this. No, I'm gonna end with a little music as I always do, much to the audience's chagrin. You can't start a fire without Joan of Arc. This is a French fryer, and it's set to extra crispy and dark. I'm as free as a curd now, and this curd you cannot chain. We both are so excited 'cause we're reignited, yeah, yeah. I tase you once, I tase you twice. Now you're on a life support device. Let machine gun spray, he won't get away. It's not funny. Her name's Sharia, and she dances on the sand. Whatever, that was funny. Smiling faces, sometimes the brain's been removed. And to end, I'm going to do as I always do, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger singing Shove.
Good to the job up.
Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on! I'm talking to you. Come on.
Johnson!